What's up with it? You watching the Big Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Hood War Stories. And the title is The Story of 50 Cent Connection to the Crips. Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. I ain't know 50 was connected to the Crips, man. You know what I mean? They had 50 out there enforcing, man, putting in work, man. You know what I'm saying? You out there with the G unit. Give me them shoes. So yeah, man, it was an NY dude out there in LA taking dudes chucks, man. Give me them chucks, man. Yeah, man, I haven't checked out the video. Don't completely know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
In this episode, I'll be discussing why 50 Cent never had to check in. 50 Cent arguably had the best debut album of any rapper in hip-hop history. Get Rich or Die Trying was a raw, uncut, street-certified classic. Before he got the name 50 Cent, 50 was known as Boo Boo in the Southside of Jamaica Queens. Aside from the Queensbridge projects, Southside Jamaica Queens is historically among the most dangerous areas in Queens. Culturally and aesthetically, New York City contrasts from LA on many levels. But out of all the neighborhoods in New York City, Southside Jamaica Queens would come the closest to resembling the layout of LA neighborhoods. Unlike the other boroughs that are mostly comprised of apartments and high-rise housing projects, Jamaica Queens consists of modest homes, with the downtown and several main streets for shopping. From the beginning, 50 has incorporated LA culture in his music. In his song Problem Child, he talks about him and his cousin in LA getting shot at by Mexicans. His opening track on Get Rich or Die Trying, What Up Gangster, is the true gangster's anthem that's specific to LA gangs. And although gangbanging in NYC at the time was in full effect, you could tell 50 had LA in mind when he wrote the track. Even on G Unit's Beg for Mercy, there were several LA references. During 50 Cent's breakout era, there are questions on whether he ever had to check in when arriving in LA. Checking in is a term used when someone travels outside of their home city to another city. During that travel, the individual must check in or meet with the local street representative on arrival to pay a tax or a fee for permission to move about freely and to have an event or conduct business in that city without the risk of harassment or potential danger from criminal elements. Big U and the Rolling 60s are widely known for allegedly requiring a check-in for out-of-town entertainers or gang members. Any type of production being held in the 60s needed to go through Big U first.
Don't matter. You're nice so hard.
Movie production in the hood. That's how we do it, young man.
Top flight, baby. Yeah.
GB running this here movie set in the hood. Coming out here, checking in with GB, getting these movies done. You better know it.
Sure.
Anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't, check it in.
Oh well. Check your ass out.
We're gonna check you in, all right. We're gonna check it all of your equipment. We're gonna check it all of your equipment.
When 50 Cent first
Man, that boy said top flight security out there, man, for real though. But I ain't gonna lie, with 50 though, man, 50 been known to move with like crazy security, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think his security is like regular dudes or nothing. I think it's like ex-cops and all that kind of security, you know what I'm saying? Like wherever 50 when I think his security definitely was armed and stuff. Earlier days of G Unit too, they used to be moving deep too. I ain't even gonna lie.
splashed in the mainstream, Big U was barely getting out of prison and hadn't fully enforced the system by that point. Everyone knows 50 Cent was rolling with Dre, but there was talk that 50 Cent was also tapped in with the Grape Street Crips, based out of Watson and Jordantown housing projects. He mentions this in his track Better Ask Somebody. Jadakiss also talked about this in his verse dissing 50. In the early 2000s, the Grape Street Crips were running like a well-oiled machine. They had cliques to perform specific jobs and those jobs only, and had a hierarchy at that time. They had a clique that only dealt with scamming, a clique of special forces type shooters. They were comprised of reputable OGs, and unlike other gangs, kept their internal fighting among cliques to a minimum. So it's no surprise that at that time many out-of-town entertainers were checking in with Grape Street. Aside from Crips, 50 also had connections on the Piru side. During the time he was rocking with Game, who's from Cedar Block, Piru. That didn't last long, as tensions began to rise between 50 and Game in 2005. It would eventually escalate into a full-scale beef. Since then, countless diss tracks have been aimed at one another, making this one of the longest-running feuds in hip-hop history. At the height of their beef, and while Game was on his GU Not campaign, 50 went ahead and brought Spider Loc on board. Spider Loc is an official stamp member from the 9-7 East Coast Crips. He was raised in Compton and dragged New Park Crip territory. 50 saw potential for a G Unit West, but after things went south with Game, he signed various LA rappers, mostly Crips, to fill those roster slots. And Spider Loc was acting CEO of G Unit West. But many believe 50 signed Spider as a chess move to go at Game in Black Wall Street. During his time at the label, Spider never released a popular song and eventually left G Unit just 32 months after signing. Aside from being heavily tapped in on a concrete street level, 50 takes extreme measures to protect himself and his property, spending nearly $20K a week on security detail. His bodyguards are considered one of the most elite teams in the world, consisting of at least 10 members, including security experts and ex-special forces. With 50 moving at this level, he's become virtually untouchable.
Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. I ain't gonna lie, I actually interviewed Spider Loc and asked him about that situation. Like, did 50 tell you to go at the game? And he said 50 didn't tell him to go at the game, you know what I'm saying? He said that shit was just all organic, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, crazy story though, man. That ain't the first time I heard about like people tapping in with the grape streets and stuff like that. Gonna lie, it seems like people probably trust tapping in with the grape streets probably more than some other gangs sometimes, for real though. I ain't gonna lie, if you moving like 50 with that type of security, you there and there ain't gotta tap in nowhere, like for real though. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting. Until next time, all right.